shit isn't coming. It's here. It's here. It's here.
Welcome to the new paradigm. This land is your land, white man. All the mothers are welcome to try to survive. Welcome to the wasteland. Welcome to the new paradigm. Not every day you see an empire shift up at a dawn. What a time to be half alive. To the grave, accelerating, and we're running out of need I remind you that you're still half alive. In the wasteland, there's no game. To the wasteland. Welcome to Grifter Paradise. This land is your land. Rich man, poor motherfuckers gonna kill each other just to survive. Welcome to the wasteland. Welcome to the new paradigm. Not every day you see an empire shift up and die. Can you believe we let it all go to the a cynical man, I might say snake oil floods the feed with hand thoughts and cliches and the oldest lie. A million marks repeating your catchphrase and your lines. It's chaos.
How would you like to die today, Bob?
How would you like that, Bob?
as if Bob was here on a Tuesday randomly. But Ryan is. Hey, Ryan, what's up, man? Surprise.
Hello.
I don't have a drop with your name in it. I'm sorry. I need to fix that. Maybe from The Boys or something. You know?
Yeah, there's not many famous Ryans, which I'm grateful for.
Shit.
Many famous Bobs.
I mean, there is
and
the
this
very
is the best
famous. There's the very famous Ryan Drake.
True. Which I showed that. I think it was one of you shared it in the Discord. I shared that on the stream on Sunday. That hilarious factoid, right? Let me pull that up real quick.
Oh yeah, the one that Paul Moses shared with me.
Yeah.
Which is fucking, it's solid gold. Oh, no.
The channel Awesome Movies have higher reviews than Rouge Elements.
Yeah.
Man,
that is. Oh, ouch.
Which is weird because the kids love a team up, and you would have thought they'd love a team up between Jack Ryan and Nathan Drake, which is what I assume Rogue Elements is.
Blue Nami, right? Another thing, maybe? I don't know. Blue Tsunami sounds like
I don't think it is.
A really unhealthy sex worker will give you, you know? I don't know.
I think Blue Nami, though, you might have just coined that phrase.
What's that?
You might have just coined the phrase Blue Nami.
Yeah, cool. Well, yeah, not nearly as awesome. But who can be as awesome as Ryan? Bob gets close. Not this Bob, of course. The other one's not good.
Yeah.
No, kidding. So yeah, I wanted to I said on Sunday that I was thinking of doing this, just kind of checking in on the election. I haven't looked at all today. I looked at some of the kind of analyses of the polls over the last couple of days, like last night or this morning or something. Other than that, I hadn't looked. I saw a couple of things that, you know, how these things are. It could go either way. I'm not quite sure how to. I'm not talking to you, stupid device. Shut up. God damn it.
Well, you know what? I have some good news. There's some early numbers in.
Well, okay. So let me tell you what I saw first before you get to that, because I've seen that there was a 95% chance based on the betting odds that Zoltar Rob Zombie was going to win. Okay.
Not the communist.
Yeah, the communist, the fascist, communist, Muslim, all the worst things, you know.
Oh my God! Oh my.
So yeah, but
hang on a minute though. Hang on, I think I might have made a bit of a mistake here.
Uh-oh.
Well, you were talking about polls and things getting close, and I thought I heard you say this was an erection special.
Oh man, dude, I almost made that.
I
joke
am in the.
And then I had started making a graphic, like a video graphic that was like going to be like, "Hey, I'm voting here." You know? But I'm sure that like Daily Show already did that years ago, probably. Yeah, so that was what it said first, but then from the same analysts, it like several hours, 12 hours later, it said that, well, if fucking Cuomo keeps getting the surge that he's been getting the last 24 hours, it could bridge the gap. And then, as was pointed out to me, and this makes some sense, you know, they've been doing early voting. Old people vote day of, and old people are going to be generally probably the ones voting for.
I mean, I'll be honest. I vote day of. I'm not in New York, so I'm not going to be able to.
You have the spirit of an old man, though, Bob.
But, well, I mean, I'm just paranoid, but yeah, I vote. I vote day of, with the exception of pretty much when pandemic shut everything down. Then I did.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Let's make it Blue York. You know what's funny is that the most entertaining candidate, absolutely, we've got to give credit to this man, is Sliwa. That guy's fucking hilarious.
I've actually not seen anything from him. So.
Oh my God. This is the guy who was on Fox News talking shit on Cuomo, and he's like, he's slapping fannies and killing grannies.
Oh my God.
Here's something that perhaps you can explain about him, because I know you guys often subtitle a lot of British shows because you don't understand their accents always. What the hell is he saying? How do you understand that accent?
Oh, really? Is that? I didn't realize it was like that.
Not every word, but there's certain words I'm like, he's a strong New York accent.
I know, man. Slapping fannies and killing grannies is fucking epic. Like, and the cool thing about Sliwa is that when given an opportunity to hit one of his candidates, he almost never goes for Zoltar Rob Zombie. you know, it's almost like he has some respect for him, whereas Cuomo, he's clear he has nothing but disdain for that guy, as he should.
I mean, as everyone should.
Fucking Cuomo, man. Yeah, all right. So let's what do you got, Bob? Let's
Okay, so the early numbers are in, and guys, guess what?
What?
Predator Badlands looks like a banger.
Fuck yeah, that's what I saw too, man.
I've been hearing.
Surprise, that's what the stream's about. 89%. Wow.
Yep.
4 stars on RogerEbert.com too. So
wow.
I really hope it is good as well.
I
really
hope it is.
Rated 4 stars from the grave. It's pretty rad.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I wish it was still Roger Ebert. I miss him, but like, yeah.
Because this really is the last big thing that the Chuds have had any stake in this year. And they have been determined to shit on it from day one. And you would have thought they would have learned their mistakes from Prey.
Yeah, I mean, Prey was, at least I thought, was fairly humiliating for him. I mean, arguing about a woman being the final girl in a horror movie, which is just the dumbest argument ever. But also, go ahead.
Arguing that how did she defeat the Predator when Arnie and his team of super soldiers couldn't? Which is like the point of that film.
I mean,
part about brawn.
Yeah, the fun of the original one is that the original one kind of turns what you expect on its head. It essentially turns all these like muscle-bound action heroes into essentially horror movie victims, which is the fun part of that movie. That's why that movie is kind of a classic.
And it's not even as if there's not a precedent for this. I mean, surely we've all heard of the tortoise and the hare. I mean, were these guys surprised when the tortoise won that?
Yeah. What a
twist,
twist,
Brian. We got to get into that analysis of that 1-2 punch, McTiernan punch of Predator and Die Hard, where he kind of just killed 80s masculinity.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. It's so just to be clear, Sliwa is a Republican, and his policies are not. They're not like the worst. They're not like, so he's basically like a centrist Democrat because he's a Republican in New York.
Yeah,
but
in New York, you
wants
can't
to add more police as if that's going to solve anything for anything. You know, shit like that. That's stupid.
Well, yeah, I mean, having never heard him before, I've heard of him because TV shows made in the sort of 80s or 70s even that were set in New York would often have substitutes for his Guardian Angels gang in various different forms, because there were all sorts of these neighborhood programs that they would fictionalize. So I have heard of him, but he really is a bit of an 80s throwback in that sense. So he truly believes probably in Reagan conservatism, which is still awful.
I mean, that's the beginning
by comparison
where we've ended up
at least still falls under liberalism, though, right? You know what I mean? Whereas like the Republicans today, they're not under that category anymore. They're just fascists, to be clear.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Yeah, they've shifted so far to the right. They've made every right-wing president before them look reasonable.
Yes,
they've made even Reagan.
I was about ready to say even fucking Nixon down some point.
All right, so I'm just kind of like looking through YouTube at I looked up Sliwa and Funny, and then like all the fucking just some of the titles are hilarious. Like it's called Democracy. Republican New York City mayoral candidate Sliwa dismisses calls to drop out of the race. It's like, yeah, of course. He's not going to win, but like, you know, still, why the fuck would he drop out?
I mean, out of curiosity, when's the last time a Republican has won the mayor of New York? Because famously, New York is one of those areas where kind of the primary is where it's at. Because,
as Sketchy says in the comments, Guardian Angels were on the side of good, but
they were probably a good thing in the 70s when there was like a severe crime outbreak. You know what I mean? Like, and it probably made sense at the time, but.
And I don't recall any big scandals that he got involved with, but they were always a little bit. They were always kind of fascism light in their.
Have you seen that picture of him from back in the day where it's just him surrounded? It looks like it could be like a porno. It's pretty funny. It's like the strange version of that typical you know, the little blonde girl surrounded by a bunch of black guys image. It's kind of like that. Let me pull that up here.
Oh, you know what? Not that long ago, Michael Bloomberg in 2013.
What happened?
Michael Bloomberg was last mayor of New York. That was Republican. Although he was unaffiliated for the second half of his term.
Did the Z-Man win? What do we got? What's going on?
Ooh. Oh, I mean, I haven't seen the polls. I imagine he's the favorite, but I mean,
well, he is a favorite. But as they were saying, that like Cuomo's seen a surge, and they definitely were. You know, I don't even think Cuomo wants to be there, man. It's just that he's being propped up with enough money that he's like, okay, that's all I know how to do is follow the money.
God, that's true.
I've just dropped an image in the comments as well of Sliwa surrounded by pussy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, grab that. Oh yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, there's that one picture of him going around where he's just like got a cat in his arms. And it's like, that guy's awesome. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, he loves cats because the weird way the New York system runs is he's on the ticket twice, and so is Mamdani, because they're running for two different parties, which I don't really get. But his is like either a cat protection or an animal protection is his second party. He's big into animal rights. So,
oh God, is Adams is running still?
Yeah, he's on the ticket, but he's not running.
Crazy.
It's
like
New York's wacky. Hell of a
I mean,
town.
look, and look who we got in the fucking White House. At this point, why not? Right? Who cares how many crimes you've been busted up at this point? Just like it seems to be a fucking badge of honor in some cases.
Well, that's the thing. He's not running, but he's on the ticket.
Oh, I see.
So I don't know how that works, but there you go.
Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah,
I guess just
on here.
Seems like a way to split the fucking ticket, honestly.
I don't think so, because I think everybody who's going to vote will know that he's
I think most likely Eric Adams, if he is on the ticket and people can vote for him, he's more likely to draw from Cuomo than Mamdani.
Yeah, and for what I understand, Sliwa's voters are more likely to break for Mamdani.
Yeah.
Which is pretty interesting. But you know,
well, especially with Trump endorsing Cuomo, who Cuomo claimed is hated.
I mean, you know what? Like, I would think that if you're somebody who's for Sliwa and right now and you're in New York, you probably aren't necessarily a shitty person. You know what I mean? Whereas like any other Republican, almost. Another thing we need to look at is what's going on with Prop 50 in California. That's kind of a big deal. Bob, you got any other Bob in chat? You got any news on that?
And Seattle, there's another progressive candidate as well who is probably going to win because it's Seattle, and but still noteworthy. So there's a couple of noteworthy. I think the thing with most other places is going to be probably Democrat wins, but it's by how much.
Oh wow!
If it's a lot, if they win by a lot, it's very bad news for Trump.
Yeah, I mean, so that's the reason that I'm paying such. I think a lot of people are paying such attention to New York is because, you know, it's generally seen as a, you know, kind of a weather vane for where the rest of the country might go.
I mean, I mean, also with New York, like Mamdani is probably one of the most left-wing candidates we've ever seen.
Oh yeah,
actual solid lefty, unlike,
and you know what,
I'm sure most MAGA would call Cuomo.
This man, lefty, you know, even if you don't agree with what he's wanting to do, he is the most prepared motherfucker I've seen. I don't know, since ever. Like, he's got an answer for everything, and I'm not just like a bullshit politics, you know, hand wave answer. He's got like legit responses. So like he's all the policy and stuff that he's trying to get his hands into. People ask him about specifics of it, and he knows what's up. As in this clip I'm about to pull up here.
Nice.
So fine, here we go.
They'll be amazing.
Do succeed, let's say, in convincing Albany to raise taxes, and I'm a little skeptical that that'll happen, but let's say you do. You know, there is concern, as Governor Hochul mentioned, that there will be people who leave New York City, for Palm Beach or elsewhere. I know we're not going to like be playing our little violins for the billionaires who have to pay more taxes, but they do take a lot of money with them. And in fact, the Citizens Budget Commission found that hundreds of thousands of high-income New Yorkers have left New York City in just the past 5 years, and households that earn more than $1 million pay about 40% of New York City taxes. So why dismiss concerns that your potential tax base that you need to harvest money from to pay for these things will leave?
I don't think that these are concerns to be dismissed. These are ones that I have to engage with. And ultimately, as part of the other conversation of how do we win over voters who haven't yet joined this campaign and this coalition, I have to meet with New Yorkers who are concerned about any aspect of my campaign. I have to meet with them who oppose with this campaign, because I'm not looking to lead a coalition of those that voted for me. I'm looking to lead an entire city of 8.5 million people. And the reason that I believe that we need to increase taxes on the 1% and the most profitable corporations is because of the fact that those are taxes that would then pay for a better quality of life for all.
But only if they stay.
And the reason that I believe that they would stay, because I want them to stay, is that when the Fiscal Policy Institute did an analysis of the top 1% of New Yorkers, they found they leave at 1/4 the rate of other income brackets. And when they do leave, they go to other states that are considered high tax, New Jersey or California.
I've seen this study, and I have to say I'm a little dubious, because we're talking about a major change in the tax system that would hasten departures that are already happening. Again, we've lost hundreds of thousands of wealthy New Yorkers already.
We now have more millionaires than we did in 2021 in this state. And the reason that I'm confident is all I'm speaking about is a 2% increase in income taxes for New Yorkers who make $1 million or more a year. And when it comes to corporations, it's matching our state's top corporate tax rate, 7.25%, to that of New Jersey, 11.5%. That's why I believe that this is both feasible and necessary, but I'm going to meet with business leaders about this. I've already started having those conversations because I do not want them to leave. I want them to stay. And the reason I think that we can have them stay is we're going to use this money to create a better quality of life, even for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, excellent answer.
And then did the smile at the end too. Shit, man. The little dimples and stuff. Get off.
I mean, it was actually a real answer. It wasn't political, like, back talk.
How often do you get that?
It was actual, like, substantive answer.
I think that's part of the reason people don't know what to do with them. You know, it's like, wait, did he just answer that like with an actual answer?
Yeah, just a legit answer.
They probably brought that lady on just because like she's known to be the, you know, policy wonk or whatever. Also, I just wanted to point out though that Andrew Cuomo sucks because
Eric Adams is damaged goods. Every day a new case of corruption in the police department. They believe he's corrupt. Andrew Cuomo is a creep, slapping fannies and killing grannies. Everybody likes Curtis Lee.
I don't know who that other guy who came on the stream with us, but like he like took over. That was weird.
I mean, having said all that, though, guys, I think if I was able to vote in the New York elections, I'd be voting for Wilson Fisk for mayor.
Oh, God.
He seems like a good fellow, you know? Yeah, I think we can trust him.
Yeah. He likes to get his hands dirty, you know?
Yes, yes.
He's tough on crime.
He's tough on crime and also on police if they, you know, he runs that police force.
He definitely won't declare martial law and then, you know, take over the town.
I think he would crush it in charge of police.
Hell yeah. Speaking
That's
of
it. This can fix it. I was trying to think of that.
The general topic, speaking of, let me pull up this thing I looked at on the Appcast the other day. Here we go. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Oh. That's a good costume.
Is that a season 2 costume?
Yes.
Okay, nice.
It is legit. Gonna look at that for a couple hours now while we wait on these election results.
Polls close in 20 minutes.
That's what I'm saying, man. It is Batman who, you know? Too much black. Come on. I guarantee you that Matt Murdock does not agree with you.
I mean, honestly, if we're talking practical use, the being a bit darker makes more sense. I do like how the DD is fairly visible in there too.
True. I mean, it looks just like the you know, the one from that era. Well, I guess a couple of eras he wore black, but specifically the more recent one, I think. I'm wondering if they're going to introduce the character of shit. What was his name? God damn it. He had like kind of a echolocation powers. He's a mutant, or no, an Inhuman, I think.
Yeah, I know the guy you mean because we talked about it.
He was
on stream, I think.
a Daredevil's sidekick for a little while.
This seems vaguely familiar.
Anyways, blind spot. Thank you. That's it.
You see that now that you've said it, I recognize it, but I wouldn't have come up with it in a million years.
It was an interesting thing because Blind Spot did not know Daredevil's secret identity. He did not know that Daredevil was blind, and so like Daredevil, but Daredevil's the only guy that would notice when Blind Spot was around, because everybody else he could basically be invisible. Of course, Daredevil knew when he was around, and he never understood how Daredevil did that. So that was pretty cool.
You know what? I mean, that is one of the things I always thought was cool about Daredevil's costume. You can always see how the eyes are like just covered up. I always thought that was cool looking. Oof.
Yeah. Anyone else we got here? Oh, you guys check out any of that dang old Batman, Absolute Batman annual?
Oh yeah, no, I just read that the other day. That he definitely doesn't beat up white nationalists in that. And
well, what I find interesting about these fucking just actual Nazis really that are complaining and oh, DC's so cringe and stuff is like after having read it, there is a character that shows empathy to the white nationalists after Batman fucking demolishes their bodies, and like Batman doesn't even understand why he's doing that, and he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, taking care of them, man. They're little fucking broken arms and legs and heads and stuff. So they don't mention that part. So.
I mean, the fact that they
that
get
goes
so
directly
offended
against
whenever
what JDA was saying. He was saying that Batman was killing these people, which he isn't doing. I mean, if any of these injuries were really presented on someone in real life, it might kill them, but it's comic book. So, what were you saying, Bob? Sorry.
Oh, I was well. One of the things I did notice about the comic book is it's not clear if he killed people, but he definitely felt like he was crossing a line in that issue when you read it. So I'm kind of interested what the impact will be in the regular series with that.
Some lines might have been crossed, sure.
I am trying to think because I had.
But if there's any type of person you're going to cross lines with, I think.
Oh yeah, no. Oh yes. So like the fact that all these chuds get offended because Peacemaker deals with Nazis or Batman fights fucking white nationalists. It's like it's very fucking telling.
For anybody that hasn't read or seen any Daniel Warren Johnson comics, this is it. He's one of the most popular guys there is right now. And in my opinion, it's because he's probably one of the most adept at making you feel like you're seeing a moving image with the kinetic energy that he draws.
Yeah.
So, it's pretty great.
I will say, just on election news, if you want to get an idea of potentially what certain parties might try during the midterms, did you guys hear about the New Jersey bomb threats?
No, I didn't.
No.
So, I don't know how to pronounce this. Paysac County received 3 unfounded bomb threats and immediately filed a lawsuit in state superior court to keep the polls open for an extra hour because of the bomb threats earlier that day. It's a key swing county, so
interesting.
It's important to keep
a little pre-show of what we're going to be seeing next year.
So adverse reactions, just to react to this. Oh, go ahead, Ryan.
Sorry, the last bit on this. It's also the only county outside of California where the Department of Justice sent election monitors. So I just think that's interesting.
It's a good thing the Department of Justice is its own independent arm and doesn't just like answer to the press. Crazy.
I was just going to point out
adverse reactions is Morgan, by the way.
Oh, okay, Morgan. So this is this is the Absolute Batman annual. This is not the regular artist for Absolute Batman. Although I do understand, for me, it's not really the art of Absolute Batman, but like man, that book gets fucking dark sometimes. Like the Bane stuff I'm in the middle of right now. Holy crap.
I'll be honest, like everybody loves Absolute Batman, and it's pretty good. I like it, but I really Absolute Superman is the one that just kills it every time for me. It's fucking awesome. Like
I still like Absolute Superman. I don't know. I would have to say at this point I'm enjoying Absolute Wonder Woman and Absolute Batman more than Absolute Superman, despite Absolute Superman being my early favorite. I mean,
I need to get
I don't know. They're all three great though. They're doing a great job with those.
But don't sleep on fucking Ultimate Spider-Man if you've been sleeping on that shit, man. Because
I need to get caught up because
I actually just went through and took a bunch of screenshots of comics last night where I was just like, man, if you're still a chud that believes that comics suck now, man, I feel bad for you. Like, holy shit, comics are so good. You know, they say the art sucks. Does it suck, man? I don't think so. It's one of the coolest Spider-Man images ever.
Well, I mean, they were trying to make a big deal about Marvel announcing the Ultimate Universe coming to an end, and it's like, well, we'll have, like they've been talking about like the Maker being released and that being the big storyline throughout all these Ultimate books since the fucking beginning.
Yeah, and
it's like right there. And
it's unclear what they're going to do after. Or they might just kind of reset and continue. But I was thinking that it would be a cool idea to do almost like an anthology every time and kind of every few years, kind of reset to a different Ultimate Universe, right?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure how the other series are doing. Ultimate Spider-Man is a very successful book, though. And honestly, it's probably my favorite of the Ultimate books. Although Ultimates is really good too.
Apparently, news from yesterday, Scott Snyder's confirmed that they are working on an absolute team-up book.
Oh yeah, no. What I know, I did see Chud reactions to Wonder Woman and Batman meeting, where essentially they were just calling Wonder Woman a man because apparently she was taller than him.
Yeah, well, that's.
But she's like, an Amazonian.
Yeah, yeah. Wonder Woman is pretty tall.
Right.
Well, yeah, the Amazonians, their two character traits were that they were women and they were tall.
Right. Yep.
Oh yeah, no. The current Ultimate run is so much better than the OG Ultimate run, which like I enjoyed Brian Michael Bendis's run on Spider-Man, but like that was about it. Everything else was too edgelord for me.
Yeah, no, this shit is like legitimately a lot of thought goes into this, and just straight up, like honestly, both the Ultimate and Absolute Universe are just leftist, both of them.
Yeah,
straight up lefty shit. This Superman is a fucking socialist. He's a humanist, really, I guess you'd say, but like that comes across as socialist.
I mean, we can call it leftist. I just call it like fact-based.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like the thing is like it, you know, so the Absolute Universe, for anyone that's not aware, the difference between that and the regular DC universe is that the DC universe was made using Superman energy or whatever. So like the essence of Superman is within the universe that they exist in. So that makes it mostly, you know, a pretty good, positive place. Whereas this Absolute Universe is dark side energy. So like things are a little bit dark sideier and shittier in general, but that's what, you know, makes these characters kind of stand out a little bit more, is that it gives them a new context to be even greater and to, you know, be a little bit more badass. This Superman, as you see, his cape isn't really a cape. It's just this kind of red AI sand, basically, that that from his planet that kind of does stuff and helps him out. It's pretty cool.
No, I was just going to point out, like, one of the interesting differences that they did in the Absolute Universe, which I like, is that in the Absolute Universe, Batman is at best middle class, but he's mostly portrayed as being kind of on the poor side, just a genius with technology. And Joker's the rich one. Yeah.
Well, for also in the regular DC universe, Batman still has not gone back to being a billionaire. He's been a millionaire for a couple of years now.
No,
Joker got all of his money a few years ago.
Yeah,
and that's when they had the Joker War. It was pretty.
I do need to read Matt Fraction's Batman #2 because #1 was great.
#2 surprised me, man, because it just does this very kind of simple sort of plot kind of thing that you just don't expect to happen to Batman or Robin. It happens to both of them, and it's just like, wow, really hadn't thought of that happening before, but it's something that absolutely would happen in the weird instance that somebody was doing this stuff.
When did they make Batman a billionaire to begin with? What sort of era was it? Because
I'm sure it was, I don't know, maybe whenever it became was not enough to be impressive to be a millionaire in terms of like.
Yeah, I mean that's what I figured because that's a big leap from a millionaire to a billionaire.
Well,
it feels like it happened a long time ago.
When was the first billionaire in real life? When did start getting those motherfuckers?
Interesting.
I can't wait till we get the first trillionaire.
Wait, good news out of Ohio. What is it, Bob? What's the news?
I don't know. Morgan has me Googling it.
Ohio correspondent is going to be fired here if he doesn't get on the ball.
Oh, shit. I'm going to get canceled. I'm not even sure what big Ohio elections were there. Like, I know in my ballot, it was pretty much all just local shit.
Oh, let me know when you find it. I have a cool ass clip that I want to look at. This is legit great. I don't know who this guy is. I'm going to look him up right now, but I just came across this and was like, holy shit. This is also how you answer a question in politics from now on.
If we come to November 1st and these contingency funds haven't been released, if nothing has been accomplished in restoring SNAP benefits, will you call on your Democratic colleagues to reopen the government and deal with these shutdown crises immediately, deal with healthcare conversations once the government is reopened?
So let me ask you a question. The basis for your question is, and maybe the better way to state it would be, if the Trump administration continues to violate the law, if the Trump administration unlawfully refuses to release funds so that families in Colorado don't go hungry, if the Trump administration refuses to follow the law as they have for the better course of the last 9 months, violating statute after statute, if in that scenario these actions unfold, then how will Democrats respond? That, my view, would be a more fair characterization of the question that you posed, because it does feel a little bit like we're in the twilight zone here, with an administration that is lawless, violates the law with impunity, is now doing so with respect to the release of funds for families that may go hungry. We're here in Washington, you're here in Washington, House Republicans are gone, 6 weeks and counting, gone, literally gone. Won't show up in Washington, won't do town halls back in their respective districts. And somehow the question is posed to House Democrats as to how we will respond. The Trump administration needs to follow the law. And insofar, you've heard all my colleagues repeatedly suggest we would like to negotiate an agreement in good faith with our Republican colleagues. That is why we're here in our nation's capital. The question should be posed to Republicans. When will they get serious about working with us in good faith so that we can reach an agreement? And the passion you hear is frustration with the fact that Republicans could just simply abandon their post for 6 weeks, that the Trump administration can just violate the law without consequence. It should offend everyone. It certainly offends me.
It's a good answer.
That dude's literally on fire right now. Holy shit.
Because if anyone doesn't understand Trump's current position on this thing, why he's trying to blame the Democrats, basically what he's saying is, when you go for a new job and you want to negotiate the salary, he wants you to sign the contract saying you'll take the job and then negotiate your salary afterwards. That's not how things work. You don't negotiate after you've agreed.
Right. Yeah, no, he wants them to sign a temporary funding of the government, which, would just kick the problem down the road, and he would almost certainly do it again whenever the opportunity arose. It's a fucking if it was just an interpersonal relationship, it would just be like abuse that he's trying to do.
All right, so news out of Ohio. Aptav Purval, mayor of Cincinnati, will win a second term, defeating Republican Corey Bowman, who is J.D. Vance's half brother.
Oh yeah, I remember the hearing
Because
about
I
that.
always
Fuck
get
that.
fucking
Fuck
reminded
that
JD
dude.
Vance fucking was from fucking Middletown or whatever, which is like 40 minutes away from me.
No, I thought he was supposed to be from the fucking Appalachians or something, man. What hillbilly
I
origin,
don't know,
bro?
but his story changes all the time.
Oh,
But
yeah.
like, yeah, JD Vance, Jim Jordan, and fucking who was that one kid? Fucking Josh Mandel. There's a couple fucking people from Ohio that just, God, they gross me out. They gross me.
Would you say they were Cincinnatis?
Cincinnati's.
No. Well, I don't think most of those guys are from Cincinnati, but yeah.
So
Well, don't
JD
spoil it
Vance,
with facts.
JD Vance was born James Bowman, by the way.
Yeah,
Oh.
And then eventually
Apparently-
later on he was named James Hamill.
yes, apparently it's fine for him to change his identity whenever he wants.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now let's look. I hate to whip out a dick on stream, but it's a dead dick. So
What?
rip dick, man. Rip dick. He's absolutely dunking on Charlie Kirk in hell. Thank you for posting that. You know, I think I'm pretty sure it's an AI image, but it did make me laugh my ass off. Ryan, I think that was you.
Yeah.
Or was it you or was it? I don't know.
No, it was me.
Okay.
It was how the news was broken to me. So
I see. Well, then it worked. I appreciate it. Here it is. Live in hell. This is what's going on. From some account called These Colors Don't Come.
Yeah, I didn't look into. I should have looked into them to see if they were.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know what they're about, but that just makes me laugh.
God damn it. I missed the days where fucking Dick Cheney was the worst Republican to deal with. It was
5 minutes, y'all. And if things are going pretty well, then we should know relatively shortly after that. That'd be cool.
It would not be the first time Mandami beats Cuomo. So
I will say this.
Not the first time this year.
I got a big fucking pit in my stomach. Whenever I saw the another report that was like, oh, with the way that Cuomo's surging right now, and Mondami's not, because he's already gotten a lot of his votes from early voting, then that could, you know, blah, blah, blah. I was like, man, I just had a flashback to the 2024 election. And I'm just like, I can't, man, I really hate when it does that shit, and where it's like, oh, we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it. Oh wait, no, we're not. It just sucks, you know. I mean, it's not like I've been into sports and stuff, and it's like that's one thing, but this is about people's lives and shit. So
yeah, don't get too excited until all the news is in. Just cross your fingers. But I don't know if you guys remember this from the Daily Show back when Cheney was being a menace. But do you remember when his sort of secrets were revealed, and it turned out he had a man-sized safe?
No, now I did. Now that you mention that, kind of something's rattling around.
I know the Daily Show made a big deal about why Dick Cheney would need a man-sized safe specifically.
I mean, aren't those safes usually for like guns, like
or men?
Oh, yeah. Well, so you know, if you watch Fatcast next week, I think we're gonna get into that bullshit because you know he's being normalized. You know, at the same time he's being normalized, the Republican Party has just also done a lot to meet him halfway.
Well, I mean, hell, I mean, I know Eric's already covered it partially, but like I've seen lots of just random people, not IRL, but just internet. It seems like blackface was a really popular costume this Halloween, and it's like,
yeah,
God, that's fucking gross. What the fuck?
Yeah, not real people, internet people.
True.
Like this one.
Oh yes.
That's nerdrotic for anybody that's not aware. So you know, this is like this is the level of, like, for one thing, dude, you can just be openly racist now, Gary. It's okay now. Like you've earned it, I guess. You know what I mean? You got yourselves there. You're there now. You can just be openly racist. You don't have to do this thin veneer of benefit of the doubt that you do, where it's like, oh no, I'm not doing blackface, I'm doing a character that's a black girl, you know what I mean? And then, oh, but what about the hair? No, it's just my hair. Like whatever fucking bullshit he would say. The same thing with like quarter black Garrett. You know what I mean? He did a blackface. He did literal minstrel shit.
Yeah, his was literal minstrel show shit.
And people are like,
really
you're this racist. He's like, I'm a quarter black. And it's like, that's literally the only reason he has that as his name. It is just as like the most fucking threadbare, obvious, transparent excuse, you know, in his mind or joke.
Well, I mean, it's
say, oh, I'm not racist.
It's one of those things where it's like, you know, I've had the DNA test. Well, actually, my dad did, so I know half my DNA, and like I'm not completely not black. Can I do blackface? Of course not. Can I do? No one should do blackface, especially that minstrel shit. Ugh.
I mean, the fact that Gary comes off looking like Harry Knowles here is not lost on me.
Oh my God, that is true. Holy shit.
Jesus. And you know what I think is bizarre is like these guys usually dress up in costumes from shit that they reportedly hate, and it's like, what is even the point? When is he?
Well, let me fill up this other one here because then you guys can guess who this is.
And
don't say.
Well, I'll go ahead and say part of the point is they can't actually get popular for doing good costumes, so they just do cringe costumes. That it's a failure to have talent.
Right. Well, because in their minds they're still like triggering people or whatever. I guess. It's fucking really, really dumb. Okay, I can't find it right off the top of my fingers. But yeah, Az was She-Hulk apparently, but he looked a lot more like the female Gremlin from Gremlins 2.
I should be able to pull that up fairly quickly.
Okay, well, warning for yeah. Oh, he also did drag. That's important to note that, Right. That's the thing. It doesn't matter how you respond to it, though. They're going to assume that it just means you're triggered. So it's like us saying, dude, this is fucking it really makes you look stupid and lame. It doesn't matter that we're not saying that's so racist. They still think that that's what the response is. Because that's what they have to think, I think.
Well, here, real quick, there's quarter black Garrett's minstrel shit.
Look at that.
That is like straight up minstrel shit. Just
look at that.
Like that's, yeah.
Fucking A.
Oh yeah, no.
This is the most attention that quarter black Garrett's gonna get all year.
Yeah. Possibly in his career as a internet dipshit.
And to be clear, I'm pretty sure he might still do that Blaze Media branded show that he was doing too. So he's another one of Blaze Media plants.
But here we'll pull up Az as well.
Yeah. Well, I ended up finding an older Az costume where it honestly he's done drag several times.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the one. And I've posted in chat the female gremlin just in case, in private chat, just in case you want to bring that up for anybody who doesn't
remember.
Who doesn't remember Gremlins 2, the new batch?
Well, I remember.
Everybody needs to refresh themselves on Gremlins 2, the new batch immediately.
Yep.
The thing about it is, as far as I can remember, I don't remember She-Hulk wearing red lipstick like that.
Yeah, no, that was just, really. That was not the bright red shit. That's the Gremlin shit. That's
that was just a happy little thing that he did for himself, just as a treat,
So yeah, apparently Az is cool with drag now. He's a giant hypocrite.
Well, hold on, not now, because look.
You're right, Chris. Jesus.
Hold on.
It's got a lot of wigs for a man who is so drag is evil.
So that's 1, 2, just 3 left, like a 5-second Google search, man. So who knows what else exists, or what he does take pictures of.
I mean, honestly, it does remind me a bit of Steven Crowder, who just a disgusting piece of shit he is, but always seems to look for an excuse to go and drag for some bit or something, and it's something I always found fascinating.
Help thinking though that as he's secretly dressed as the Gremlins 2 gremlin and really desires to be the center of attention, surrounded by other gremlins singing at him. That's where I feel the subtext is there.
Maybe.
All the other gremlin friends. Unfortunately, the one thing their gremlins lack is the brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they quite understand by this point. They're doing blackface. Nobody is offended by a bunch of idiots online. They don't like it when politicians do it, and they don't like it when celebrities do it because that normalizes it. For a bunch of idiots online, it just looks like they're attention seeking,
right?
Which they are.
Well, I mean, and the thing is that the reason they really do it, honestly, is because they're, you know, and I'm going to say this knowing that I obviously have a much smaller audience than these guys, but their little audience comparatively to, you know, they act like, and they give off the vibe, and they act like they have the social power and the cultural power that they can actually like win against Marvel or Disney or whatever. They don't. Their audiences are increasingly small. They're just shrinking all the time. Yeah, so that's why they do what they do, for the little bit of audience that's still holding on, man, and still gets a kick out of this shit. Holy shit! It looks like Zoltar Rob Zombie's doing pretty good.
Yes, it looks like in the only if you do the breakdown of 5 boroughs, the only borough he's losing is Staten Island,
which was expected.
Yeah, that was predicted, I think. Yeah.
Which also looks to have a smaller population than the other boroughs as well.
Yeah, I mean, Manhattan and Brooklyn are huge by comparison.
And yeah, the Manhattan or Brooklyn, he's doing Zoltar Rob Zombie's doing excellent in Brooklyn right now. Yeah, we'll have to see, but like right now, it's looking pretty good for him, right?
Keep those fingers crossed.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll see how long it takes for all the votes come in, because like it's only been shut down for 7 minutes now. We're at 36% of expected votes recorded right now.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how all your sort of election systems work, but
yeah, I think every state has a different one, so it's kind of like,
yeah, so it's a combination of paper votes that get counted electronically. Do they do just flat out electronic voting as well? And hand counts as well, are they?
Well, I mean,
well, I know.
That's the most obvious endorsement. I could have predicted that.
I mean, in freaking where I'm at, Oxford, Ohio, essentially, like it's probably paper valid if you do a mail-in. In fact, I guarantee you it has to be. But like, you know, if you actually go in and vote, it's just all computer system. It prints it out and sends it out.
See, that is not the case here. We still do it all by paper. So posting votes are obviously like you guys, a piece of paper. And then when you go to the ballot box, you're given a piece of paper with all the candidates on. You just put an X or a tick in the right box, or some indication of who you want to vote for. Because with that type of system, you get a lot of spoiled ballots where people write like "fuck everybody" and stuff like that on them. But there was a case of somebody, in an attempt to spoil their vote, they put a picture of a cock and balls in one of the boxes of the person they didn't want to vote for, but it was counted as a positive vote for that person because it's any indication of who you want to vote for. So the cock and balls was taken as an indication.
So have you dealt with the hanging Chad issue?
Nope, never came up here because, like I said, it's all crosses or ticks on a piece of paper. Yeah, because I've done a few election counts myself over the years of different scales, and yeah, some people just spoil their ballots by stating their displeasure with the whole political system, and it's a very small number. But yeah,
I also feel like I'm showing my age by even bringing up hanging chads. I just remember when that was all the rage in 2000.
Yeah.
Christ, that was a while ago.
Seems like only yesterday, because
yeah.
Yeah, that was like a weird sort of manual system where you had to pull a handle down like a fruit machine, like a one-armed bandit, wasn't it? And it wasn't always clear if the thing had to be fully punctured or not, or over 50% punctured.
I know for me back then, it was like you have like this thing that's almost like a pen, but it's more of a poker, and you poke at the ballot where you want to vote.
That's crazy. That's a crazy system. Who thought of that? Yeah, this isn't going to lead to any confusion.
Yeah. I mean, the next step would just be, darts. You throw the dart and try to aim for who you want to vote for. Hopefully you get it. Yeah, guys, big news. Wilson Fisk has endorsed Andrew Cuomo.
So the Virginia governor's been confirmed to be Abigail Spanberger. That was no surprises there. I'm trying to look for the figures. I can't find anything to say what the margin was.
Sliwa's hat is about his he was a founder of the Guardian Angels group, community protection / kind of vigilante group from the 70s, I believe, when New York was a bit more of a rocky spot. Well, I was trying to think of what's the Fisk version of that. He's the slapping grannies and killing slapping fannies and killing grannies. Fisk is he's crushing heads and killing feds.
Yeah. Listen, man, Wilson Fisk is a supervillain, but he's not gonna vote for Cuomo.
The thing about Siwa's hat, though, it always gives me the vibes of the Eye of the Tiger video. I'm surprised he didn't try and use that as his campaign music.
Fisk has never essayed anyone because he loves Vanessa.
That is true.
He loves.
I don't think he'd send grannies to be killed by COVID either, to be honest.
And actually, in the comic books, he's more recently been married to Typhoid Mary, which made him an honorary guest at Krakoa whenever that fell, because she's a mutant. That was an interesting little wrinkle in the whole end of Krakoa, because there was Kingpin helping out the mutants and shit.
I don't remember reading that.
Called it.
It's wild.
It's called. It's fucking called, dude.
I'd be put off with going out with a girl whose name was Typhoid Mary.
But yeah, I mean, yeah.
Why? Judging her just for a name.
The mutant power literally is connected to her mental illness kind of thing, and it's like she's kind of different people. It's weird and probably problematic. That's what I said. I was like, hey, warriors, come out and play,
God, it does vibe like that.
And that was very representative of late 70s, early 80s New York, though. It was.
When I first saw this was on a Vosh's video talking about this shit, and somebody in his chat said that this was back whenever all the straight men looked gay and all the gay men looked straight.
Yeah, to a degree.
I kind of see that, yeah.
There were also a lot of gay men who did look gay. But everybody thought they were straight.
What does gay look like, Ryan? Go ahead and tell us. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, Freddie Mercury was clearly out. And everybody saw him as sort of this pinnacle of masculinity. I mean, people loved Liberace. People thought he was straight.
Dude, of course they're straight. Freddie Mercury, Liberace, George Michael, these are very straight men. What?
Man, there's this video here where the Title is Trump made fun of Sliwa's cats, and he looks fucking angry in the thumbnail.
Well, let's face it, going after somebody's cats is low-hanging fruit.
Look at that. Holy shit. He's fucking pissed. Don't you come after my cats.
I get it, man. Listen, man, my cat's a little brat, but no one else is allowed to shit on him but me.
Zoltan Mermaid. That's what's up. Yeah, when you know, I what's crazy is that like I remember so the day of the primary vote, which was what you call it, ranked choice, by the way, which if you get an option to vote for having ranked choice elections in your area, you should do that. It
Absolutely.
is awesome. We voted in ranked choice for mayor election before last, or for city positions generally, and then I got to vote ranked choice for the first time this last one. It was pretty awesome because you're just like, if you don't know what it is, you get several if you have several candidates, there's like 12 for mayor, and you just kind of go through what each of them are about, and you go, oh, I like this one the best. He's number one.
Yeah, you can literally vote for your favorite candidate and just and not have to worry about wasting your vote.
Best, you put them second, and it's like and then what it allows is what happened with Zoltar Mom Daddy, where everybody agreed to vote for whoever was the most popular one except for Cuomo. So like they all were like, yeah, I'll vote for you if you're the the winner or whatever. I will get behind you and support you. But the only person we're not going to do that for is fucking Cuomo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got into a weird situation where we actually voted to decide if we wanted to vote for that in the general elections, and it didn't go through because nobody quite understood it, and it was explained terribly, the ranked voting system. It wasn't even called ranked voting, it was called something ridiculous, so nobody understood what they were voting for.
It's like this, guys. You guys know what a tier list is. It's that. Just a tier list, think of it that way.
Yeah. Although in odd circumstances, the second person on the list can win if more people vote for them as their second choice and their first choice is split. But I don't really think that happens. So like it would be, say in the last American elections, if a lot of people voted for Harris and Trump as their first choice, and then like the Green woman as the second choice, if the two first choices were split, then she could, in theory, win as the second choice. If her second number were... See, this is why it didn't work over here, because it's the system they wanted to introduce was not explained well.
It is a little bit more, complicated than what I said, but still.
So, Bob, the old ways you brought this on.
Oh my God,
that's a masculine look.
let's check out
the problem with that photo is you can't see his huge head.
I mean, plus, I imagine that it's hard to have a slap your wife wearing that,
God.
Let's watch this 8-minute summary of the last debate between these fellas.
Ooh.
That's where you get some good moments. You get to see the kind of the way that it's pretty clear that Sliwa, he wants to win, but like he doesn't want Cuomo to win. Also,
with President Trump to prove who's more macho. You can't beat Trump. He holds most of the cards. He's already cut federal funding for Medicaid, for the SNAP program, and is threatening to cut funds for NYCHA. So if you're all of a sudden going to get adversarial.
For what? He's going to cut for what now? What was the last thing he said? Anybody recognize that word? For Niger? Was that what he said? New York pay money to
Furniture?
Got me, man.
Okay, so
you're going to lose. And who gets hurt? The people of New York City.
You're going to have to confront President Trump. He is hyper aggressive and he is going to overstep his bounds. And you are going to have to confront him. And you can beat him. I confronted him, and I have beaten him. He was going to quarantine New York during COVID, and I stopped him. He was going to cut aid to federal programs, and I stopped him.
Ooh, Virginia House picking up 12 seats. Holy shit. Really? We confirm that? We've got our fact checkers working on that.
Donald Trump ran on 3 promises. He ran on creating the single largest deportation force in American history. He ran on going after his...
Yes, by the way, I know. So it's a problem with it was doing that when you were sharing video or your screen on Shillcast last week, Bob. So I don't know what the fuck to do to fix it. That basically we have to mute.
Yeah, so essentially when we're talking, you got the video has to be muted.
So yeah,
that's frustrating. And like it used to be an issue, and then they had it fixed, and then now it's an issue again.
And I can't find anything about how to correct it. Other Bob sent me the StreamYard fact page for it, and it doesn't actually address that specific issue.
Bring the cost of living. If he wants to talk to me about the 3rd piece of that agenda, I will always be ready and willing. But if he wants to talk about how to pursue the 1st and 2nd piece of that agenda at the expense of New Yorkers, I will fight him every single step of the way.
Andrew, you didn't leave. You fled from being impeached by the Democrats in the state legislature. Leave. You fled. Eric Adams. This city of yes is on steroids, and he went wild taking care of his developer friends as he knew he would be one and done. I told you he was corrupt. I told you there would be chaos, and I warned you in 2021.
I look forward to being a mayor for every single person that calls this city home. Not just those who voted for me in the Democratic primary, not just those that vote for me in this general election, but all 8.5 million New Yorkers. And that includes Jewish New Yorkers who may have concerns or opposition to the positions that I've shared about Israel and Palestine.
I hear some people out there saying the Jews, their time is due, which means the same thing. They're frightened, they're scared. They view you as the arsonist who fanned the flames of anti-Semitism. They cannot suddenly accept the fact that you're coming in like a firefighter and you're going to put out these flames. You've got a lot of explaining to do, a lot of apologizing to do.
If there was a ranked choice election, how would you vote, Mr. Mamdani?
If there was a ranked choice election?
In this. You'd have to rank these.
Myself, number 1, and Curtis, number 2.
Mr. Sliwa.
Oh, please don't be glazing me here, Zora.
Would any of you accept Mayor Adams' endorsement? Mr. Mamdani?
No.
Mr. Cuomo?
Yes, I would.
Mr. Sliwa?
Absolutely not. Put that crook in jail where he belongs.
How do you not renounce your citizenship or demand BDS against Uganda for imprisoning people who are gay just by their sexual orientation? Isn't that a basic violation of human rights?
I think he gets the question.
My politics is consistent, and my politics is built on a belief in human rights for all people. And that extends to queer and trans New Yorkers, and it extends to queer and trans Ugandans. And had I known that the first deputy minister was the architect of that legislation, I would not have taken that photo. What do you say to the 13 women that you sexually harassed?
If you want to be in government, then you have to be serious and mature. There were allegations of sexual harassment. They were then went to 5 district attorneys, fully litigated for 4 years. The cases were dropped, right? You know that as a fact. So everything you just said was a misstatement, which we're accustomed to from you.
Stated was a misstatement?
Yes, because the cases were dropped.
No talking. Who is in favor of the cell phone ban in schools? Raise your hands. Everyone has raised their hands. They all are in favor of the cell phone ban. Thank you.
I just want to point out, I muted it, by the way. Did you see Cuomo just now, man? Like, that is just emblematic, I guess, of who he is, I think.
Yeah.
He started to raise his hand, and then he kind of scratched his eye.
Oh, yeah. And
like, dude, fucking, you can't even just hold a position on something like that. Jesus Christ. Like, he was like, oh, no, does somebody that pays me, do they not like that ban? I don't know. You know?
No, wait, somebody might pay me to not like that band. So
yeah,
I can confirm the 12 points is about 12 and a half ish. So I think that's good. There's about this a bit higher than projected, I think.
So right now, looking at the numbers, Staten Island, like it looks like if you look at the overall numbers, it looks like Cuomo's getting a surge, but just because Staten Island is almost at 100%, and that is the only borough where he is leading. Everywhere else, Mondami is in a solid lead. The Queens and Manhattan, it's close, but he has a decent lead. And then Brooklyn and Bronx.
The fact is that there's probably a section of Jewish New Yorkers who are against Mamdani, but you know, it's not the generally, from what I understand, it's not the younger ones. You know, so probably lines up pretty well with you know, class as far as that's concerned. So is anybody not familiar with Mamdani's positions? We looked at him pretty in depth when he won the primary on the Fapcast, but like honestly, you go to his website, it is. If the fact that the Democrats haven't not only endorsed him broadly, but like just straight up copy pasted his campaign into their own shit is fucking infuriating. Because his website has clear policies and clear answers for how he wants to pay for these seemingly, you know, allegedly radical things like free busing, and then grocery stores that are run by the city, which is fucking awesome. So like, yeah, I mean, how's the city run? Well, they run fucking libraries and schools all the time. So, you know, you just build a grocery store and don't make them pay rent, and, you know, don't tax it, and it's fine.
You can even, I think the way, I think based on similar systems, you can even tax it, but all you're doing is it's kind of not for profit or not for huge profit.
Yeah.
Right.
So
that's what they don't like. They're like, well, wait, who's making money off of this? Nobody. The people are going to benefit way.
No. Because what that grocery store would do would be able to sell stuff for significantly cheaper and force other grocery stores to compete with those prices. So it's just a net positive for across.
Well,
the board.
not for the grocery store magnate that I saw on Fox News. Like, oh, we can't let this guy win.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Bear in mind that America does already have these in several places on military bases.
Yeah.
There's military bases across the country that all use this system so that soldiers and such don't have to pay big prices for groceries. But yeah, it's to address the food deserts, I think, and the cost.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like what see, younger people are fucking hip to this shit now. Like for them, you know, try these fucking cynical attacks like that. When, as he said, his politics are consistent. They all coming from a place of, you know, equity and equality and human rights. Whereas, like, you know, Cuomo, is one of the first things he's wanting to do is more cops. It's like, okay, so that's pro human rights to add to the fucking biggest gang in the United States. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, when I was younger, like, I'll you know, think this what you will, but like, I started thinking of Americans a bit more by their accent, like if they're natural born Americans by their accent. Yeah, you know, Mandami's not born in America, but like he has an American accent, which tells me he's lived in this country a while ago, which tells me he's pretty fucking American.
Well, he comes off to me like very practiced, but not in like a really, you know, kind of cynical way. Like he just practiced because he knows that he needs to be able to, you know, speak well and eloquently to get his stuff across. You know, it's not like how Hillary Clinton talks, for example.
Oh God.
It's like clearly focused, group tested and shit. Yeah.
Pokemon go to the polls.
Yeah, and then I went on a Black podcast and I brought the hot sauce out of my purse.
Oh God, she was bad.
Started talking with like a little bit of a you know affect when she was on that podcast too. It was fucking cringe. He comes off more American than the current administration. Yeah, I mean shit.
Yeah, shit.
They don't come off American at all. They're doing all kinds of stuff that's just kind of against the rules, believe it or not. All right, let's see what else is said here. I think there's a couple of good Sliwa lines, which I'm waiting to hear.
Okay. I'm not going to release 7,000 criminals into New York City. Mr. Mombani.
There is no one on this stage that is saying that. Yet Andrew Cuomo will repeat it again and again. What I have said time and again, I'll repeat it again, is that yes, we have to close Rikers Island. Rikers Island is a stain on the history of this city. You will hear from Andrew Cuomo about his experience as if the issue is that we don't know about it. The issue is that we have all experienced your experience. The issue is that we experienced you taking a $5 million book deal while you sent seniors to their deaths in nursing homes. The issue is that we experienced you cutting funding for the MTA to send money to upstate ski resorts. The issue is that we saw you give $959 million in tax breaks to Elon Musk. The issue is your experience.
Because if you raise it too high, and I believe 30 is too high, I would raise it to 20. If you raise it to too high, you do two things. People lose their jobs. You bankrupt businesses. You're talking about basically doubling payroll.
It would cost $700 million a year to make the slowest buses in the country fast and free. And by doing so, we would generate more than double in economic revenue for New Yorkers across the city. It would be something that would reduce assaults on bus drivers, it would increase ridership on those buses, and it would actually have environmental impacts as fewer New Yorkers would drive their own car or take a taxi and would instead get on the bus. And I know all of this because I delivered it as a state assembly member who won the first free buses in New York City's history.
First off, Zoran, I get a good belly laugh.
Zoran, bro.
Oh, all right. I'll keep practicing.
I got you.
Should people be arrested for the solicitation of sex, Mr. Sliwa?
No, the Johns, yes, the pimps, the madams, and the absentee landlords.
Okay. Mr. Mamdani.
No.
Mr. Cuomo. Zoran's decriminalization for prostitutes, Johns, and pimps would be a disaster on the quality of life in New York City.
They should be arrested, you say? Should people be arrested for soliciting sex?
It is a criminal offense. I would keep it as it is.
Okay.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Paying for a service in the United States of America just being a criminal offense.
Yeah.
I mean, I think maybe pimps maybe should be.
I mean, you know, like you deal with violent pimps and stuff like that, but a lot of the violence from that culture comes from the fact that it's illegal. Like they can't go to anybody. So like if you make it legal, a lot of the violence will get minimized because they can go to the cops and report it. And
like that's more true than you're even saying. Like almost every bit of you know, kind of danger, you know, lack of health and just, you know, physical, like violence and stuff comes from the fact that it's just not legal.
Yeah.
Well,
and it has been called by NBC News.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck yes.
To go back to the point about prostitution, though, being the true crime aficionado that I've become since being in a relationship, if you look at any sort of case of most serial killers, they will practice on sex workers because they're considered high risk, and the police don't care if one of them gets killed because they just assume that they've been killed by a customer. And it's so often is the case that there will be a serial killer at large and the police will do nothing until somebody who isn't a sex worker is killed, and then all of a sudden they start looking through their files and find out, oh, this murderer has been around for a while. And
it's a concept called the less dead.
Yep.
Which was actually the name of a story that I was working on at one point. But yeah, people like you know, sex workers, you know, transients, addicts, you know, and less and less so, or at least it was going that way. The more accepted queer people are in society, the less that they are part of that category. But yeah, for a long time they were that.
Well, there's that hideous story about I can't remember the guy's name now. There's so many serial killers in America.
Well, there's Dahmer who killed a bunch of you know, young men.
Was it Dahmer who's one of his victims? I think was a 13 or a 15-year-old who escaped.
Yes,
and then got to the cops, and the cops gave him back to Dharma because Dharma said
absolutely. It's
they were
fucking
involved in gay sex games.
They
And
were just like, yeah, and that's like how that shit is treated in many cases, where it was treated for a long time. It was just like, oh, they're just doing their weird gay stuff. Get out of here, you know.
And as a side note, one of those cops on retirement received a commendation for his long service. So he continued to be employed by the force that he was working for for a long many years with no serious consequences.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully we get more wins like this, because this is how we reinvent the Democratic Party, frankly. We need to get rid of the old guard, because they are
Seriously,
fucking
guys, like,
useless. There.
If you are on the left, if you are frustrated and you know, as you should be with the Democratic Party, then take control of it, man. Just start advocating for, you know, whoever your local representative is. First of all, get involved in local politics, but like, just, you know, call for two things: the release of the Epstein files, and for Democrats to fucking be more like Mom Donnie. It just, yeah,
And we get more wins like that, and the Democrats will become more like Mondami, because that'll become the winning strategy.
Schumer for a lot of stuff, but yeah, that too.
Yeah. God damn. Like, I hate the fact that I miss Nancy Pelosi at this point, because I found Nancy Pelosi insufferable. But like, fucking Akeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer, God, they're fucking worthless. Fuck.
Did you see Cory Booker on the I've Had It podcast?
No, I've not.
That shit was infuriating, man. Because yeah, you just need to check it out. He went on there and they started kind of asking him very kind of pretty politely. It's not like they were being assholes about it. They're nice ladies. Asking him about you know, supporting Israel and stuff like that. And he started like going, what about these other countries where there's shit going on? And he like just refused to engage with the Israel issue. And yeah, it was fucking really simple.
Yeah, Cory Booker's really frustrating, because for every like based moment he gets, there's like 2 unbelievably cringe moments where it's like,
I remember when I was of course a liberal then, but yeah, I liked Booker back in the day when he first came on, you know, became nationally recognized.
Yeah.
This guy's pretty cool.
He's done some good things, but he's also done a lot of shitty things. So
I lean towards no on liking Booker. I mean, he's obviously not the worst politician we have, but like, no.
because the filibuster thing he did was good, and his rhetoric around that time was good, and then he just seemingly immediately gave up on it. So whether he had consultants who were saying, hey, tread lightly, you're going to upset this subsection of people, I don't know. But
so apparently it was not just Trump, but Musk as well were urging New Yorkers to vote for Ziploc Merlot.
Yep.
And wow,
did you see what Musk said on the, I think it was on the Rogan podcast about Britain?
No, I haven't watched any of that. I saw that he was on there again. I was like, oh no, but
no, there was just
Joe Rogan in years.
there was a clip about he said basically that we used to be like hobbits apparently over here, until the foreigners invaded and ruined all of our little villages. Actually, he said England, Scotland, and Ireland. So I got away with it scot-free. Yeah, thankfully, we are not on his radar.
So is he talking about time? So he's talking about America, and he's talking about a time when we had open borders, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he was equating it to. Yeah. How Britain's been ruined by multiculturalism, because apparently we all used to live like hobbits. Or we actually were hobbits, and now we're not. And man,
you know what?
What a moron,
Mikey! I'd like to welcome you to the left. Glad to have you. This is just kind of what we think about all the time, generally.
Yeah. Yeah. The left with this bold stance that fraud is bad.
Morgan, answer this question.
Yes.
How come we have to means test social service programs to oblivion to prevent the smallest chance of fraud, but Wall Street gets to stay open when we know that there's constant fraud going on there?
Bribery.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, if you look at 99% of the issues with this country, it's fucking bribery.
Well, it's bribery and a hatred of poor people, right? It's you know.
Yep.
So I have to shout out to some people I'm feeling some sympathy for tonight. What are Democratic consultants going to do, and all of these PACs that have cropped up over the last year going to do now that they can't appeal to Dick Cheney, and Mamdani is going to be the mayor of New York, and all of their we have to run to the Republican Party voters and be Republican light has failed them. They have suffered 2 tremendous emotional blows today, and I just want them to know. Get fucked, nerds.
Fuck off. We don't care.
I would like to go ahead and express my sympathy to Andrew Cuomo's fan. To my understanding, he's one.
The fan.
I know you're really rooting for this night, but nope, it's not your day.
And as Mamdani had he said a couple times when it was asked about, what would happen if, what's going to happen when basically Trump's going to fuck with him for sure. Trump's trying to get little sweaty hands in there and do some shit. Mamdani's had good response to that. He what he does so well, I think, in all the clips and stuff I've seen of him is he just walks this line very coolly, by the way, of giving the politically polite answer that also is substantive. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I will not be surprised if by tomorrow morning we have Trump posting about how he's going to have Mamdani deported.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He will be talking about the fascist communist Mamdani.
Well, he's threatened to defund New York and send the fat cops in. So
the fat cops.
They can't handle Chicago. How are they supposed to handle New York?
Yeah.
This is New York. You come for one of us, you come for all of us.
It's only one of the biggest money generators in the country, so sure.
Go watch Spider-Man if you want to know what New York is like.
Oh no.
Man, it feels good to get a fucking W, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah.
New York, but it is pretty obviously a big deal.
Can't tell you a number of times I thought Bernie would get a W throughout the years, and it just didn't materialize. But
yeah,
hey, Mamdani's a lot. Yeah, actually, he's probably younger than me. Look at him.
Well, I think he's a young guy. He's younger than me.
I have his. Oh my God, he's 10 years younger than me. He's a baby.
I'm afraid so. He's a young man.
1991.
I do have an aside, a New York aside here that I'd like to look at.
Go for
the comic book industry into what it is today, creating Captain America and co-creating many more. And now there's a growing push to honor the late comic artist Jack Kirby by renaming Essex Street on the Lower East Side, where he was born and raised. Dave Carlin spoke to the man working to make it happen.
Jack Kirby, to not just comic book art, but pop art in general, is what Shakespeare is to drama. Right over there, it's the cover of Fantastic Four #1, and in this launched Marvel as we know it.
The genius innovations of Jack Kirby started on the Lower East Side. Pop culture historian and author Roy Schwartz takes us through his life and marvelous creations.
Captain America, the Fantastic Four, the Hulk, the Avengers, Silver Surfer, Black Panther, and countless other characters and concepts.
Here is Kirby being interviewed for a 1987 documentary titled Masters of Comic Book Art.
My stories are people's stories.
These ideas of forced perspectives and scales just was not done in comics before him.
Kirby was born in 1917 into extreme poverty.
He got into the Pratt Institute for Art at 14, but had to drop out to help support the family.
They lived in this building on Essex Street, a block of which is being considered for a name change to Jack Kirby Way between Delancey and Rivington. A petition drive and committee approval is done. Next comes a vote by the city council.
Kirby created Captain America in 1940 when he was 22 years old. And what he had on the cover of the first Captain America comic was Captain America punching Hitler. and they got death threats.
Whoa.
Kirby's Lower East Side.
Whoa, comics were woke.
Well, wait.
His
I just want
family.
to say it's very cringe for them to put modern day politics in that comic book.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it with these comic
what?
creators constantly reusing the Nazis? I mean,
Now,
So
in case you're wondering,
I think it's. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I just watched that Critical Drinker video where he looks at the Peacemaker image and of Hitler and he's like, Peacemaker infused modern day politics into this, and I died laughing, just like, oh my god.
The politics of 1945. Yeah.
It's fucking Hitler. That's modern day.
Wait.
Fuck.
You know what? With all these people who are upset with all of the, like, you know, how they treat neo-Nazis and how they treat white nationalists in comics, like, you know, Hitler killed Hitler, so they really should hate Hitler. Blame Hitler, right? Like, why is it us? You know, it's in real life, Hitler was killed by a man.
Big, cool anti-fascist.
Yeah, just plugged him.
let's not forget, just in case there's anybody in the chat who's unaware of my favorite Jack Kirby story, is when he had to be forcibly restrained from going into the lobby of the Marvel building to beat up some Nazis. That's
not what happened. No, you got a little bit wrong.
Sorry.
So what happened was so a couple of Nazis showed up at down at the bottom floor while he was up there working, and they wanted him to come down, or they were talking shit or whatever. And then by the time he got down there, they were gone.
He did make it.
But yeah, I mean, it's still equally. I mean, it's more of the character of Nazis on display there. They want to talk some shit, but when the king comes calling, they take off. But yeah, it's man. I mean, you know what? I'm willing to bet that if the mayor has anything to do with that, Zorab, mom, daddy is probably the one to do it.
The one thing we haven't heard about from Mamdani is what are his pop culture takes, though. I don't think
that's true, man. He might like some garbage.
Yeah, we got to figure out what his opinions on Star Trek versus Star Wars, Marvel versus DC. Favorite anime.
Oh God, guys! I just
hopefully
found
his
out
answers are those are stupid, arbitrary distinctions, and I can't believe you posed those questions to me and be like, yes,
guys. I just found out his least favorite Star Trek series is Deep Space Nine. We can't.
We
can't have this guy.
All right, that's it.
Shit. Well, I did wonder because he's 10 years younger than us, which
right, he might actually be a fan of the prequels.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? We all sat through The Rise of Skywalker. The prequels aren't so bad by comparison.
That's great, man. That's a good number. I honestly thought it was going to be a little bit closer than that.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, it's good.
Improbable runs.
He might win the.
The headline's a little weird, right? Like, improbable run ends in victory. What improbable starting from what point?
Let me stop you because I know how you got that anti-New York Times bias, Morgan. No, you're right. But like,
it's a really
because like, look, the fact that he was branded with the socialist and even communist label, which historically in the U.S. is generally kind of a fucking death blow,
right?
And it seemed to not. It just rolled off because he's straight up giving the explanations for things, and they make sense. And yeah.
Hang on a minute, Dane. Don't you mean Death Blue?
What's that?
You said Death Blow. I'm sure you mean Death Blue.
In the words of Yaira.
Oh, Jesus. So I think part of it is just like after a century of Red Scare, at some point it just like, you call everyone a communist, you call everyone a socialist. It's the boy who called wolf played out over decades.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say I'm okay if somebody dislikes season 1 and 5 of Babylon 5, but like season 2 through 4 are pure fire.
I mean, that's reductive, but I mean, I see what you're saying. It's funny, but like at the same time, that primary was like I can guarantee you a bunch of rich people's buttholes puckered for several months there, and right now they finally relaxed them, and they're shitting all over their house.
Right? Yeah, it exploded.
They're gonna have their maids clean it up. But like, yeah, they're not having a good time tonight, and fuck them, because they're not gonna miss an extra fucking 2% of their income or whatever. They're not gonna notice that.
Yeah, for all of the ones who said they were going to leave New York over this, I think the only one that might be Alan Dershowitz, because he was quoted in an interview as saying he was going to blow his brains out.
Oh, well,
you mean
we can hope.
Jeffrey Epstein lawyer?
Yeah, the Epstein.
Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer said he's going to blow his brains out if Mamdani
no.
So,
frequent
visitor to the
island and on the Lolita Express, Dershowitz. Yes, that guy.
That guy, yeah.
Yeah, so Mamdani just took the majority of the vote.
The thing about the Mamdani run, though, is it wasn't improbable in a fair world, but the fact is that everything was against him.
Yeah.
The Democratic establishment was against him. Obviously, Trump was against him. Cuomo, Eric Adams, the current mayor, who's also a crook. So that's the only reason it was improbable, because the fact is he's a democratic socialist with policies that would help poor people.
But you know what did it really? What I think it was just he's so darn cute.
He's a cutie.
I think what did it might have been the interview he did with the Vanguard about 7 or 8 years ago.
Oh,
did you know that? Yeah, the Vanguard interviewed him when he was just whatever his job was,
assembly
state rep or something.
Yeah,
assembly.
Yeah, it might even be.
Yeah.
It might even be before that. So they fair play to those two guys. They got on the Mamdani train long before the rest of us.
Yeah, I think also it's worth noting that while this is certainly the headline election, like this has been a big win for Democrats across the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially considering their polling was in the toilet as well.
Yeah. I think this just goes to show you polls are kind of worthless now.
We do not have Prop 50 results yet. Oh, that doesn't close until 11 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, that's because it's is it your coast, that one? Yeah. So that one
that's on the West Coast.
Yeah, that one on the Seattle mayoral election will be several hours from now, I think.
You know, what I was going to respond to a minute ago was this idea, and it's like it might even be to the point now where, like, for me it is this, and I would guess maybe for others, some at least, that now some like a Republican being like, that guy is a socialist, I'm gonna be like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Go on.
Got some good ideas, and I'm gonna check them out.
Well, I think what part of it is that nobody under 40 has lived in a time where socialism was a force anyone was concerned about. Right, the Red Scare, the Soviet Union were all gone. Right, that's all over. So now it's just scaring about communism and socialism because those were the bad words these people knew. But like nobody under 40 has seen a socialist regime other than Cuba. And Cuba's just kind of there hanging out, right?
They've got to complain about. The closest they've got to complain about would be China, but then half the time they're praising China anyway. So
right, exactly.
We should be more like China, but not more like China.
Right, it waffles back and forth. And so it's like what you see all the shit Republicans do between whether it's, overseas wars or with ICE or with all the anti-LGBT stuff, everything is said about Obama, and it's like, well, I don't want to be those guys, right? Whatever the opposite of that is. And what's the number one thing they all complain about is fucking communists. Well, okay, I guess communism can't be that bad because those guys hate it. And they hate everything good in the world from, clean water to unicorns.
I want to present something to you guys because I just found this from the 27th. I didn't know this. I didn't know that Hakeem Jeffries actually did eventually.
He did, yeah.
So the result of that has been, first of all, this might blow up in their faces, maybe.
Oh, please do.
Oh,
so,
yes.
Listen to this quote that I just read here. So, top Republicans on Monday seized the House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries' endorsement of Zohrman Mamdani For mayor of New York, casting a self-described as Democratic Socialist as the new face of the Democratic Party ahead of next year's midterms. House Speaker Mike Johnson apparently, got off a grinder long enough to say this stuff. Called Jeffrey's endorsement a seismic shift in politics. Now listen to this quote. "We saw our clearest sign yet that this radical insurgent movement in the Democrat Party is succeeding, and they are ending what has always been known as the Democratic Party in America." Where is it?
Good. Jesus.
Hold on. Where is it? No, here we go. This is it. "The House Democrats have chosen a side they were forced to by that far left that they're so terrified of, and they've shown the world what they really believe." What the fuck is he saying?
Yes, we believe in
good things.
Equality.
He's saying that they are far left socialists, but also they're terrified of the far left socialists. What the fuck? He's just saying bullshit. Of course.
Well, yeah. So he's Mike Johnson, right? He's,
I mean, this is the dude who's not who's essentially blocking the release of the Epstein files. So let's know what his priorities are.
So I think this is the ploy here, right? Is to feed the fears of the consultant class in the Democratic establishment that, like, oh no, they're gonna make him. The Republicans are gonna make him the face of our party, and we're gonna have to go even farther to the right to try and get votes somehow. Even though really this is a fool's, you have us right where you want right where we want us situation. We're like, oh yes, make this smart, well-spoken young man the face of the party.
Well, and I just realized it's going to work on a couple of levels for them, because they don't even have to say anything, and a good bit of their base is going to go, he's also a Muslim,
right?
A terrorist. So that kind of ties in with their painting the left as a radical, but I mean, that's vanishingly fewer people that believe in that shit, or at least support that party all the time.
The one thing that goes against the narrative, though, is he will never be like 100% the face of the Democratic Party, because he can't run for president.
Right, he can never run for president.
They can't say, do you want him to be the next president? Because he can't be.
Right.
Just like
he
Trump
can be a governor. You can be.
I think
so he wants to.
I do think there's a fair bit of.
I don't know.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm good.
I do think there's going to be a lot of smoke and mirrors with Republican politicians trying to keep focus on certain individual Democratic people to keep attention off of all of the redistricting shenanigans that they are going to get up to, and all of the voter suppression they're going to get up to.
Is the head of the party the same as the face of the party, though?
So she was seen as the head of the party in the Trump era because there was no one.
She was the head of the party for a while.
She did that clap that time.
Right. Because Obama wasn't the president anymore, and Clinton lost her election. So then, yes, traditionally the highest ranking Democrat in the House is seen as the leader of the party as far as media traditions go. So, but he's also the mayor of New York and not the Speaker of the House or the minority leader in the House, depending on which party is in control.
I mean, keep in mind, Speaker of the House is third in line to presidency. So if something happens to the president, vice president, it's Speaker.
Right. Just think, Mike Johnson is third in line to the president.
And he's second in line at the bathhouse. Hey-o, got him.
All right. Sorry. Well, I have a busy day tomorrow, so I'm going to go ahead and duck out. Yeah. I'm assuming you guys will probably do Shillcast tomorrow. If possible, I will jump in, but I cannot guarantee anything. I have a hell of a week ahead of me. I posted on my YouTube channel, but it was fun to be here. Mandami's awesome. Hopefully he can do some good. Hopefully he lives up to what he talks.
This was our chance to get Bob in this week, because as he said, he's probably not gonna be able to make it to Shillcast tomorrow. I think we're still gonna do that though, because I definitely want to talk about this devilly man, this literature devilly man.
Oh God.
and his amazing looking. Well, you know what? Let me
Oh yeah, I'm up to talk about that for a moment.
See if he's made it. Did he make it? Did he hit that goal? Let's see.
I have a feeling to make that goal, he's going to have to inflate numbers. It looked bad last I saw.
Yeah, he wasn't quite halfway to there with 3 days left. So I'm pretty confident, unless something happened. But here it is, Indiegogo. Indiegogo, of course, which is the by the way, for anybody that's not aware, why the Chuds always use Indiegogo. It's because it's the only one where you just get to keep the money if you don't get it fully funded.
Yeah. Now they will shadow ban you.
If you grift too many times.
Yeah, if you do it too often. So they're
If
not
you
shadow
grift too
banning
close
you
to the
for
sun.
politics or anything. It's because you're grifting too much.
So this is gonna be really fun to make fun of tomorrow. By the way, there's 1 day left, so just tomorrow's it, man. Maybe something happens between now and then, but it's not looking good.
Don't speak that evil into the world.
He's asking for 2,500 or 25,000 rather.
Just barely over halfway.
And let me tell you guys, I'm going to give you a little taste of what I was looking at the other day and made me laugh aloud.
Oh, God.
Listen to this sentence. In Orb City, every shadow hides a secret, and every secret bleeds. What?
Okay.
But also, where's the other one that I saw? There's another every something does something edgy that I thought.
No, it's a gibberish tagline.
It's just edgelord bullshit, man. It's
I will make the shadow of you bleed.
This sounds like something cool.
So everything casts a shadow, right? So if every shadow hides a secret, that means like a dog turd that casts a shadow has got a little secret behind it.
Big secret in that dog turd.
And I will make that dog turd bleed.
Yeah.
By the way, take your dog to the vet if they have bloody dog turds.
Yes, do that. Take care of your dog.
But yes, good channel. If you guys have a good rest of your stream, guys, like and subscribe. Visit all the channels. We got Actual Fandom, Nothing But Media, and then Morgan. Do you have a channel, Morgan?
No.
Oh well, support Morgan. Morgan. Later, guys. Later.
Yes, Morgan's a regular on Fapcast. So
yeah, that's technically somewhat my show sometimes.
Mostly. Oh, here it is. The other line was in blurb was every debt desires blood.
Wow, that's a lot.
What does that fucking mean, man? Like,
so let's pass this out. So, every debt desires blood. Every shadow has a secret, and that secret bleeds. So every shadow pays a debt. Is that the? Are we string that sentence together?
Those
ideas. Shadows.
So I want to work this out. So if I go, Jinx, you owe me a Coke, then you have a debt to me. You owe me a Coke, but then you also owe me blood. You have to put the blood in the Coke.
What? How does this? Comes from the shadow. The blood comes from the secret, which is in the shadow. So can I just give you a shadow?
It seems like that would cut out the middleman, maybe. I don't know.
I guess. Where do the shadows get blood, though? They're not. It's just an absence of light. The secrets. Oh, secrets have blood. This seems. Yep, it's definitely something.
They're words. They're definitely words.
They're, legally speaking.
This art is amazing. Oh my god.
Oh no.
It's a chud book, so you know them titties gonna be big.
Body doesn't look like that head belongs to it.
Is she okay? Is she gonna stab her own titties? That's what it kind of looks like.
It kind of does.
She should worry about the things, not her titties, but maybe those are attacking her. I don't know.
I think they're her friends, and she's floating away from them because her boobies are helium, and so she's going to pop the boobies and float back down to her friends.
This is too spicy with an E, which is not how that word's spelled. Not a good sign for. the writer who loves to criticize everything and says Comicsgate is good and stuff like that.
Urban fantasy taglines brought to you by ChatGPT.
Right, man. It does kind of sound like that. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But look, he gets to keep the money anyway, so that's good grift if you can get it. You know?
Good for
Does he
him,
still
yeah.
have to produce some of the books for all the people that pays?
I don't think so. I don't think he has to produce anything. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Like essentially the first thing that Indiegogo does, maybe Kickstarter does it too, but like you go to it and it's like funding does not guarantee anything.
Yeah. They all say that.
Okay. But man,
How is he?
They don't want to be liable.
How are those 190 people gonna stick by him after he trousers their
Badly.
money?
5 whole comments, and at least one of them is just a self promo for some kind of service.
Oof.
Yikes, man. Yikes. S.A. Rivera sucks, man. He's literature devil. We're gonna look at him a little bit more tomorrow. He's begged me to cover him before, and I just didn't. Because it's boring. But yeah, this is pretty fun. So we'll make fun of that. It'd be a good time. Shillcast tomorrow. Ryan, will you maybe hop on?
Yes, yeah, I'll try and be there. Yeah. We did have some breaking news from someone in the chat. The Grand Theft Auto bot says that Isom's getting a video game adaptation.
Oh, right.
Oh, fun.
Who's making that?
Probably Eric July.
I mean, I want to point out that Geeks and Gamers has a video game. The guy that I debated, the T-Rev guy back in the day, he actually made a Geeks and Gamers video game. So like that, just for context, as most of you know, you can just kind of make a video game if you know how to do that.
It's true.
Doesn't mean it's gonna be good or that it's gonna be mass produced.
No.
But yeah,
Steph Sterling has done a lot of coverage of like asset flip games where you just buy a game engine on the cheap and you get free assets and you just shove them into a game and call it a game. It's not really a game. It's just a piece of poop with shadows and secrets or something. I don't know.
Oh, so if it was Eric July saying it, then it's probably similar, at least in spirit, to the him, having a statue made by McFarlane Toys. Which just means that he, as anybody can do, if you have enough money, pay them to make you, some statues.
Sure.
But he presented it as if there was some epic deal between him and Todd McFarlane or whatever. But
right, of course.
Yep. Yeah, everybody patch up your shadows. If they have secrets, let them out, or they'll bleed. The secrets will bleed, or the shadows will bleed, but the debts will be covered. I don't know. Oh, they're in talks with the developer. Don't know who. You know what would be cool is if imagine thinking that oh man, what developer is going to look at the sale of 3 issues of a comic book and go, wow, each one of these sold far, far less than the previous one, to the point where there's hardly anybody even buying this. Yeah.
Oh, I hope Grums makes it.
Oh no.
Meaning it would never get made. Yeah.
It would never get made. Yeah. See, I feel like there's an opportunity there to just be like, yeah, sure, I'll make your game. Just sign over all this licensing stuff, and then just make it your own, because it's kind of a vacuous, empty thing that you could just redo as whatever you wanted.
Honestly, Jay said that's probably close to what it is. Maybe even just that.
Yeah.
The guy that made that shitty game.
The Alex Jones game, yeah. Probably something like that. Some indie.
Which I came across, Morgan and I came across, I think, whenever we broke open the news that was influencing Nerderotic and those guys and helped working with them.
Yep. They were all in cahoots.
Yeah. Well, that's about all I got.
Yeah, me too.
Me three.
Just made it home. We could have swapped Bob's out. Had Bob been a bit quicker than Bob to get here, but
Speaking of Bob, I want to point out, you guys have not watched this video yet, but you should. Okay. Bob of the Old Ways has a new video up. It's fucking excellent. It is about the massive flop that's coming down the pipe, called the Pendragon cycle, from the Daily Wire Plus folks. That's seems to be the money sink that got Jeremy Boring ousted from his position as the God King of Daily Wire. Yeah, and it's kind of their Game of Thrones attempt that just doesn't. It's something
It's
about
the
it.
Christian movie version of a Game of Thrones attempt, but like not related to Christianity at all because it's the Pendragon cycle, so it's all Arthurian shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's still happening. Yeah, look. It's
been 2 weeks at the time of this video since the Daily Wire Plus dropped the first trailer for its upcoming epic fantasy series, The Pendragon Cycle: Rise of the Merlin. And before it even releases, it looks like the show is going to be a huge disaster. And that's kind of sad because based on the trailer, the show looks like it has promise. As a fan of the books, I want to like it, but I have serious problems with the platform that's airing it and the way they are absolutely screwing up the marketing of this show. At the time of this video, the trailer has nearly 6 million views on Daily Wire's YouTube channel. So, at first glance, that seems to be a hit, right? But looks can be deceiving. Those views are almost certainly mostly Daily Wire subscribers, and they all...
And let's be real, some bots too.
Yeah. Pretty sure the Daily Wire's got
always show up for Daily Wire. Good for them, I guess. But outside that echo chamber, the trailer landed like a gigantic dud. No one is talking about it, aside from a handful of small channels who have no presence in the algorithm. I wouldn't have known about any of them if I hadn't gone out of my way to search for them. Where are the conservative nerd culture influencers to boost this trailer?
Well,
Yeah. After all, Daily Wire is supposedly doing what all of them seem to say they want someone to do for years, which is provide alternative high-quality entertainment that will shape culture, not just critique it. At least that's what Daily Wire says they're doing. But the way they've bungled the marketing here says otherwise, and might point to some drama behind the scenes that could scuttle the show before it even launches. Daily Wire basically just dropped this trailer with no fanfare, no hype at all outside their own YouTube channel. Huge missed opportunity here. There's a whole ecosystem of conservative and right-leaning pop culture channels that Daily Wire should have reached out to try.
So I left this comment under Bob's video, which we're not going to watch anymore, but here because I want you to go to Bob of the Old Ways channel, which is linked in the description, and just go watch this video because it's very good. And it's good to just kind of see them get a taste of, it's hubris, man. It's just like, oh, these things are woke, blah, blah, blah. We're going to do it. At one point, Jeremy Boring and Ben Shapiro said they were going to compete with Disney. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, I think their big problem as well is right at the beginning of the trailer clip we saw. I'm pretty sure that was a girl boss.
Yeah.
Jumping over that bull.
Well, so what I commented to correct Bob on with this, what he's saying right here is so egregious. No, they did lean. They had the reason they probably didn't ask Nerdrotic or any of these people to promote it is because they've done that before. Actually, they did that with Terror on the Prairie, which made almost $900.
Yeah.
They were they're palling around with what's her nuts and stuff, and being all cool with her and stuff and promoting it, shit out of it. They all reviewed it and everything. Even Drinker reviewed it, and it made almost $900. So like maybe they just looked at their,
that is 9/10 of $1,000.
They were like, hey, maybe it's just like a bad move to ask these, especially because their channels are way worse off than they were 3 years ago.
Well, the other thing to note as well is if you want to sort of benchmark this, is that Brett Cooper's got a huge channel, and she's in it.
Yeah, I saw a video where she talks about that. She's both trying to like, I don't have anything to do with it anymore, but it was fun filming it, and I hope it's good, but I don't know if it's good. And yeah, so that'll come out eventually, and I'll be in that.
Looking at that picture, though, I've just been reminded of the Epic Verse, because that one guy from the Epic Verse has got the thing for it upside down, which I think tells you the current state of the Epic Verse. They never did get their Green Grass film out, did they?
No. Whoa. Somebody needs to warn that minstrel down at the bottom that there's a nice guy right there. I think. Oh, is that a Mexican guy right next to him? Look out.
Yep.
There's a Nazi.
Wow.
And like Blue Beetle, really? Like these people are just trust this, okay? They are not happy. Like they may have more things than you or me. They may have more money than you and me. They may, even though it's much less than it was, but the fucking need to do stuff like this publicly, regularly, to say the things that they say, even if they do believe it, but they have to perform it. They think everybody else is performing everything. They think virtue signaling is just like a performance or whatever. Or they call things virtue signaling when it's just like, oh, actually, I just believe that. You know what I mean? Because they literally don't have any real beliefs other than this deep emptiness that compels them to seek validation from a very specific group of other deeply empty people. It's fucking sad.
I mean, does Tombstone Teeth really think that dressing as Hassan is going to get him any sort of plaudits from anybody? Is this his moment to shine?
Wait, who dressed as what?
Tombstone Teeth, Disparu, isn't it?
Oh, that is. He's got Hassan's little background there. Oh, did he shock a dog or something? Did he do something like that? What was his costume?
Woof.
Neither did Hassan.
Oh god, I just worked out who Blue Beetle was from his background. It's Shea Diversity.
That's Shad. Oh well.
Shea Diversity.
It's a Blue Beetle taco. Oh, that is clever.
That's
of
clever is not the word I would use for that.
Virtually, I don't know what's her name is or what's her other name, but almost all of these are just racism as a costume.
Yeah.
That's pretty pathetic.
Which is funny because these people aren't really people, they're just racism with a voice.
And the thing is, Shea Diversity would have loved the Blue Beetle film if the main character had committed a lot more SA than he did.
Right.
That's a true hero.
Yeah, honestly, if Ryan wasn't doing this right here, he would be the kind of guy that would be out doing shit like that. So maybe this is kind of just a good thing in some ways that we can't even possibly comprehend. That good.
So what was the term? Crank welfare, where it's just like a job you give crazy people so that they can just like be.
I've never heard that, but that's basically. I mean, at least we can keep an eye on this way, right?
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Well, the question is for Kinnell is he's young enough and he's ex Navy or something. Why isn't he joining up with ICE if he truly believes in the cause?
Well, he doesn't have the upper body strength, probably.
It is difficult for him to hold his giant head above his shoulders.
Yeah. Oh man, it's pretty pathetic. What is old Epic Verse guy there? What is he doing? He's just like, I'm just here.
He's come as a failed attempt at a movie studio.
Yeah. Maybe he's like, I dressed up as me actually being the head of Epic Verse that happened. Instead of one that didn't. I don't know. All right.
But they were going to set Hollywood on fire, literally, in their promo video. They'd had enough of the woke garbage that Hollywood churns out, and they were going to change things by making some shitty CG Photoshop posters. And
do you notice how
that showed Hollywood?
They're all just kind of like, well, except for X-Ray Girl, because I guess she's actually doing some job function, but they're all just like looking down and like not engaging with the people that they're talking to. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's weird.
Well, maybe that's because one of the women was talking.
Probably. All right. Well, you know what these guys are always doing? They're always telling the oldest lie. And with that in mind, I'm gonna play this music video that I made. It's not a music video, lyric video, but it's got an extra thing from Shirley Manson from Garbage, the band Garbage. Clip was going around a couple weeks ago, and she says some stuff in it that's like, oh, that's exactly what this song is about. That's pretty cool. So yeah. Ryan, Nothing But Media, Bob of the Old Ways. Once again, go watch this video. Morgan, watch Morgan with me on Sunday, and yeah.
Dane tomorrow.
Watch us tomorrow on the Shillcast on whatever channel you find it on. There should be a few. It's not blackface because he's not doing blackface. He didn't do a blackface. Oh, but the T thing is black, and it's also, yeah. Fucking Gary, man. His whole
but
his whole thing is just like, but I'm not really being racist. That's his whole fucking vibe.
But he's too chicken shit to go through with it. Even like he can't be all the way racist, even though everybody watching him knows he's racist.
Quarter Black Garrett at least has, he went full 4 quarters with his racism this time. But yeah, he's a Blaze Media plant. Don't forget that. And then Disparu, he is apparently just like an example that your healthcare system doesn't do so great on dental over there, man.
Dentistry is not available on the NHS.
Well, shit, that explains it.
Yep. When it was first announced, it was supposed to be, and that was the one thing that our Conservatives, our right-wing party, wanted removed. So, unfortunately, because of that, Disparu's stuck with manky, wonky teeth.
You know why he can't wear the T is because he wouldn't be able to fucking blab his stupid face. It looked like it was just a closed mouth spot there. But hey, man, congratulations on Zoltar Rob Zombie. That's big epic win. Very happy about that. It's good.
Yeah,
feeling.
we've managed to sneak a secret communist into the New York mayor role.
Yep. Secret cromulist. We got him.
A secret Cronkiteist?
Yeah, sure.
Just Walter Cronkite in like a new body or what?
I will miss this guy though.
Eric Adams is damaged goods. Every day a new case of corruption in the police department. They believe he's corrupt. Andrew Cuomo is a creep, slapping fannies and killing grannies. Everybody likes Curtis Lee.
We are being encouraged by the oligarchs and the billionaires to hate one another. We're being encouraged to be judgmental. We're being encouraged to be cruel. We're being encouraged to feel fearful of other people. We're being encouraged to think that other people are our enemy. Where lots of old, rich, white men are really fucking angry. I'm not entirely sure why they're so angry. They're so rich, they can do anything they want. Like nobody's fucking with their world, but they are fucking with our world. They're fucking with our people. They're fucking with our neighbors, our friends, our fucking children. Chicago, in the middle of the night, 3 years old, being zip-tied. This has to stop. It has to stop, because if they're going after 3-year-olds, you think you're all fucking safe? You are fucked, my friends. If we don't put a stop to this right the fuck now.
Behold the serpent, beware the oldest lie. Begrudge our brother for existing on the wrong side of an imaginary line. Between two worlds, belligerent in the name of the tribe. I beseech you to believe in more than the light reflecting off of these shells we occupy. Because the truth is, we're the surface. We all wanna find our way and find our purpose. We're all the same. We carry our own burdens. We all have a cross to bear, and we hope the wait is worth it. Believer of the light, be gone from me and mine. Be ready to fight and bleed. Become the truth that they despise. They only seek to divide, with venom that besets us on all sides. Yeah, they say, beware the beast you'll hoard. Best believe they'll besiege your lands and come for you and yours. That's a lie. We're all the same. Beneath the surface, we all wanna find our way and find our purpose. We're all the same. We carry our own burdens. We all have a cross to bear, and we hope the wait is worth it. Be gone from me. We all have a cross to bear, but only cowards wanna burn it. Only cowards wanna burn it. We all have a cross to bear, but only cowards wanna burn it. Cowards wanna burn it. We're all the same. Beneath the surface, we love, we sing, we dream, we try to find our purpose. Yeah, we're all the same. Carry our own burdens. We bleed and scream and fight and cry. We hope the pain is worth it. Where the oldest lie.
So this is a song about looking at everybody around us and realizing how different we all from one another. We are fucking different colors, we worship different gods, we wear different clothes, we express ourselves differently, we listen to different kinds of music. I mean, it's fucking crazy, right? We are all exactly the same. We must hold hands and not fucking turn.